Hello, this is Mr. Kays again. We're starting a new chapter, Chapter 7. 7.1 is the first empires in India. Now, if you remember, an empire is a land that contains people of different languages, religions, cultures. To rule over an empire is kind of difficult. You better have people who can speak other people's language, and you better make sure that they don't rebel against you. The first empire in India took place about 321 BC, about 2,300 years ago. It starts when Chandragupta Maurya seizes power, and he starts the Mauryan Empire. What he's going to do is defeat the Seleucid Greeks. Remember Seleucus? He is one of Alexander the Great generals. So that link is gone now, and the Indians are independent once more. In the government of India, there was an advisor by the name of Kautilya, and he wrote a book called the Arthashastra, and it was kind of like ruling for dummies. It's a handbook on how to hold an empire together, which would advocate a very big bureaucratic government. Bureaucracy is these middle-level managers and helpers to help the emperor rule. And it also included people that would be spies on the payroll to make sure that anybody who they thought was not loyal would be turned into the government. So they had eyes and ears all throughout the provinces. Each province had a tax collector and a prince who ruled, and they answered only to the emperor. And the emphasis here is not on manufacturing as much as it was agriculture to feed a huge population. The Golden Age ruler of the Mauryan dynasty or empire was Asoka. Now he was Chandragupta Maurya's grandson, and he leads the Mauryans into the Golden Age. Well, what does he do? Early on in his rule, he had rebels in the south, and he sent a huge army to put down the revolt. I think 100,000 people got slayed, and it sickened him, this carnage. So what he does is he converts to Buddhism, and he urges religious toleration for everybody. So whether you're a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Jain or a Sikh, you could be a Jew or a Christian, he allowed religious toleration, and he sends Buddhist missionaries eastward. This is going to be an important thing. Buddhist missionaries are going to go eastward, and they're going to convert people to Buddhism. Now, Buddhism is going to be born in India, but it doesn't remain popular there. It becomes more popular in Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, China, Korea, Japan. So, through missionary activity and through trade, Buddhism is going to spread. Religious toleration is nothing more than just putting up with other faiths. Asoka built infrastructure, roads and communications, and what he does is he plants trees near the roads so travelers have shade to walk under. He had wells dug every couple miles so travelers could get a cold drink of water. So in doing that, there's the Golden Age of India. Now, when Asoka dies, the empire is going to decay, and that's not surprising. It's tough to follow an act like Asoka, and the small kingdoms that were united now start to break away. And we have about 500 years of invasion and turmoil from the north. North India has the Himalayas and the Hindu Kush, but you have some people that are able to get through. And northern India is going to absorb the Greeks that were there under Alexander the Great, the Persians, and then the Central Asians. So lighter-skinned folks are found in northern India than in the deep south where they're darker-skinned. The folks in the deep south of India are called the Tamil or the Tamil people. They speak their own language. There's about 15 official languages in India today. But they spoke their own language, and they lived in the southern part of India. The second empire is going to be the Gupta Empire. That begins about 2,300 years ago. It's their second empire, ruled by Chandra Gupta, whom is not royalty, but he marries into the royal family. The villages were patriarchal. in the north, where the head of the family is the male. In the south, you have a matriarchal society, Ma is Ma, Pa is Pa, where the women tended to rule. Farmers paid their taxes in crops to the emperor, and Chandragupta II is seen as the greatest of the Gupta rulers for invasion of other people, opening trade with the West, and using diplomacy as an art. Diplomacy is the art of making peace. We have diplomats all throughout the world. Well, he sends diplomats to other countries. Well, this was a quick one. This is Mr. K's, and this is 7.1. Bye-bye.